let's be very clear. Iran has all that it needs to achieve a nuclear weapon. All they need is a decision from the supreme leader to do that. And it would take a couple of weeks to complete the production of that weapon, which would, of course, pose an existential threat, not just to Israel, but to the United States and to the entire world. The White House also swatted down some other reporting on who is advising the president in this decision, denying a Washington Post report that DNI Tulsi Gabbard and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth are not in President Trump's inner circle of advisors on this issue. I'm told they've both been present in every briefing, and Caroline Levitt says, quote, these claims have no basis in reality, and they are a clear attempt to sow distrust among the president's cabinet. Secretary Hegseth and Director Gabbard remain critical and trusted members of the president's national security team. Now, we've not seen the president yet today, and so far there aren't any plans for him to speak to reporters, but that big news, he's allowing 2 weeks to give himself time for this decision, and in the meantime, still planning to head to the Netherlands next week for the NATO summit, Martha.
Okay, Jackie, thank you very much. With that, we bring in Brett Belkovich. He served in the Army's Delta Force, completed 5 tours of duty in Iraq and Afghanistan, and is national security analyst and Fox News contributor. And retired Army Lieutenant Colonel Robert McGinnis. Great to have both of you with us today. Colonel McGinnis, let me start with you, if I may, sir. Your reaction to this latest word from the White House that the president has said it could be as much as 2 weeks in terms of the time frame during which he will make this decision.
Martha, that's a great idea, great plan, because I do believe the president is sincere about trying to get a peaceful resolution to the current situation. He wants them back at the negotiating table, but at the same time, we're moving assets across the region. Clearly, the Vincent is moving into the Arabian Gulf, soon perhaps into the Persian Gulf. We have refueler capabilities, we have F-22s, we have obviously other assets we don't talk about that are being poised.
Man, they better apologize. That's all I know.
A variety of courses of action that are available to them.
Nigga better apologize.
And Pete Hegseth will deliver those in a meaningful time so the president can make it at the appropriate point.
Brett Belkovich, let's go with the headline first and ask you your reaction as well. What goes through your mind when you hear the president say that he will take up to 2 weeks to make this decision and that the door is open
We
to
want a real apology too. We don't want that little TT.
Well, the first thing, Martha, is that it's proof that the president is exercising extreme restraint right now, allowing Tehran some time to come back to the nuclear negotiation table. He's a better man than most, in my opinion, especially considering that he was literally targeted for assassination by Iran and its proxies. And so by not making a strike decision yet and waiting for these talks, it shows every decision in the highest levels of our government is measured and calculated, and that's a really good thing.
They're going to keep telling Trump that.
I share the same view.
Trump, they're going to keep lying to you and saying, no, white people try to kill you, Trump. They're going to keep on saying, Iran did it. No, who did y'all capture? A whole white man. Both times. Y'all killed the first one, and the second one, y'all captured him, and nobody know where he at now. Y'all stop talking about it. Now, all of a sudden, Iran was trying to do it. Iran ain't trying to do shit. Iran just wants some respect. Don't nobody respect them niggas.
American soldiers at the hands of Iranian rockets. All of that horrific destruction, yet all of it would pale in comparison to what Iran would actually do if given the opportunity to possess nuclear weapons. They've never stopped hiding the fact that they want to destroy us, and now
see how they try to hype Trump up for destruction. They try to hype Trump up for destruction. Oh man, see, them the same people that try to kill you. No, bro. Y'all didn't show us no Iranian people that was trying to kill Trump. Y'all showed us some white dude that was trying to kill Trump. So what's going on? Now they saying it's the Iranian people's fault. They just want to blow somebody up, man. They just want to blow somebody up. They don't want them to get no nuclear weapons. So they try to get nuclear weapons like everybody else. Everybody else got nuclear weapons. Why they can't get none? Because they know their nuclear weapons is headed for us. They're not playing no games. See, they going to build a nuclear weapon and use it that same day. We building nuclear weapons and holding them for years and 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 years. No, they building nuclear weapons to use the same day. They want to use it that same week. Boy, we got all types of ships in they shit. Boy, we got ships in the Red Sea, Arabian Sea, every sea, nigga. Mediterranean Sea. Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to do. They about to get their whole country blew up. Yeah, that's crazy.
Effectively with IRGC and other security forces that are still loyal to the Ayatollah. So these are issues of some consequence, and I think it's good and prudent to wait out a bit more to see what develops.
Brett, what do you say about that?
It's going to take a lot to get Iran to surrender, so we need to support Israel in any way we can. I just think the Iranians have too much pride to give up at this point, despite the fact
that yeah, they got too much pride. But it's just like this though, right? It's just like this. They know they got too much pride. That's why they listen. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time we've been going back and forth with these people since 2001. But y'all gave them this stuff though. So why y'all act like y'all know what's going on? Y'all sold them weapons of mass destruction. Yeah, they was the old ones. They was the old weapons of mass destruction that Reagan gave them. But at the same time, y'all gave it to them. So y'all put that battery in these people back to make them feel like we could do something. No, y'all can't do nothing. Y'all can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of y'all fail to realize that America, we in the running for the running of the world. We trying to run the world. We not just trying to run a little TT America. We've been doing that. That's how Esau looking at it. So it's just like they trying to run the world. So they not even gonna let these people think they can have a firearm. They gonna tell them no while they doing the same thing they telling them not to do. You see what I'm saying? But the whole point is these people don't like Americans. So it don't matter how much I try to say, man, it's not funny, it's not this, not the third. Nah, it is funny that a motherfucker think they could blow you up and want to blow you up. See, look, that's how you know you being put on a high. The place that we used to call the Holy Land, that's getting blown up. The old Holy Land is getting blown up because the real chosen people isn't in the Holy Land no more. They was taken captive and spread all over the world, like it said in the Bible, will be scattered across the world. You know what I'm saying? But I'm letting y'all know, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth. You know what I'm saying? They bringing these people here and they saying, "Oh, we a different type of people." No, y'all Romans, y'all like y'all all the same type of people. Y'all all look the same. You know what I'm saying? Just like y'all try to do us with the Caribbeans and the Africans. They be like, "No, we different people." No, y'all just a different tribe of white people. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like this, right? Yeah, they try to take your history and flip your history and announce a lot of black people walking around. They don't even know what's going on. They need you to be in confusion. They need you to be confused and you don't know who you are. You don't know your history. You don't know none of that shit. So you could be walking around here like a byproduct. You don't really know who you are. You know what I'm saying? You not knowing who you is a big business, man. Like you not knowing exactly who you are. We the only people on earth that don't know exactly who we are and where we come from. Everybody else, they know exactly who they are, where they come from, everything. You know what I'm saying? We the only people on earth that don't know exactly where we come from. And it's like a shame thing. It's like a shaming tactic too. Like, oh, you don't know where you come from. Your people sold you, but everybody know the truth. Which is back then, all the way back then, where they didn't have the technology of today. Not saying that they weren't smart or anything, but all of those that was in captivity, the slaves, you know, as a descendant of slave, I'm letting you know I did history on this. I did my work on this. I did my homework. I did my research. We all didn't make it over the Atlantic. Some of us passed away. You know what I'm saying? So they might have left, say, for example, they might have left with 10,000, You know what I'm saying? But by the time they made it to America land, this foreign land, and all of the diseases didn't caught up with those people, them slaves. You know what I'm saying? And all of that stuff happened. All them people passed away and jumped off boats and all of that, right? They probably came over here. They left with 10,000. They probably got here with 1,200 people. You know what I'm saying? You know, and what y'all gotta understand is when they came over here, they made them people breed. They made that's where that term buck and all of that stuff came from. They made them breed them with Native American. That's what made FBA. That's how you get FBA. You get a buck and you get a native girl who can't run with her family away with the men and fight with them, and who didn't make it with them. Andrew Jackson took a buck and he took a native. See, this is what they don't want to tell y'all. Everybody just went, oh man, that was so long ago. This and that. But when it comes to your history, they want to tell you what your history is. Then they want to tell you a lie. Now they got Caucasian people walk around talking some Mayflower. This not third. I'm American, more American than you. Not necessarily, because we got blood of the people that's was here already, and we got the blood of the slaves. So what are you talking about? We got native blood and we got slave blood. Like, it really wasn't that long ago. They showed me my great grandmother picture. My great grandmother picture. She had the whole 9 yards. She had the feathers in her hair and everything. And she looked like a black woman. She looked like a regular black woman of today. But what they tell you is that some Siberian people is some, like, nah, bro. Some Asian people is nah, bro. They all look like this. No, they all don't look like. All the natives don't look like that. More natives look like what we would call FBA or black people than they look like an Asian person. And if that was the case, then, bro, they tell you right in front of your face what it is. You just gotta do the equation. Do you think they look like more so black people, or do you think they look more so like the people that's calling themselves Native Americans today, even though they Caucasian and Asian and whatever the fuck? If they looked like Caucasians and Asians back then, we wouldn't have black people looking like how black people look today. That's because the natives back then were black FBA. Okay? They bred the African person and brung the native and told the native to come here. You know what I'm saying? That's how we got uh Sacagawea and Pocahontas and all this other stuff. Them was black women, okay? Then they took them women, and then they had the slave men. That's how they got us. They took the buck and they took the Native American. All right, it's the buck plus the Native American. Do you understand the equation? You don't understand the equation because they lying. They lying in schools. So don't nobody really know. It's only a few people that really know. And the people that know, they know. You know what I'm saying? But back to Trump told them people they got 2 weeks to apologize. And I don't think they really understand. Like, they don't it's so long ago now. This is a long time, people. Not the people that know history, but the people that are ignorant. And there's some ignorant leaders in the world. They claim to be leaders, but they don't know about what happened to Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1940s and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't, believe it or not, them people wasn't even born yet, so they don't even know how them people got done. You know what I'm saying? And instead of looking it up, they're so prideful. They're gonna say that they're prideful. I'm gonna call them stupid, but they're gonna say that they're prideful because they don't know and they don't want to find. They want to find out, but they really don't want to find out. You know what I'm saying? They want to. I don't know what that mean, Alex Alberto G. But they want to find out, but they don't really want to find out what it's like to get TNT dropped on your head. What it's like to get absolutely obliterated, bro. And is it sad? Is it a sad situation? Yes, it's a sad situation. But these are the same type of people that's unaliving their women just for not wearing a hijab. Just they unaliving their women. You know what I'm saying? They over there beating everybody, going crazy, not letting nobody come out of bunker. And people over there scared. They're terrified. They don't even want to come out of bunker. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what y'all want. Y'all want to lie, or do y'all want the truth? In America, everybody is so delusional. We got people telling us something illegal is legal. You know what I'm saying? So in America, we living in a delusional state. We living in a delusional state in America because we don't have to deal with staying in a bunker, not knowing, watching news channels about people from on the other side of the world. Is they gonna come over here and knock our noodles out and peel our skin off and disintegrate us? You know, we don't have to worry about that because we the ones in the skies that's threatening everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's not the other way around. So for y'all to sit up here and be like, man, is Trump going to deport black people and all? Like, come on, bro. Do you think Trump and them is thinking about deport? Like, it's just so baffling how stupid some Americans are. You know, not specifically. I'm not gonna specifically say black people because it's Juneteenth. I want y'all to have our day. You know, this is our day, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna beat up on our people on our day, right? Not sight. It's stupid black people out here, okay? They don't know. They don't understand anything. They don't understand the simple fact that, bro, you are native. You aren't African. You're more native than you are African. Okay? How do you think that the Native Americans was able to get over there and get on reservations, but they wasn't able to keep up the birth rate and the population? That's because they unalived them. And the few men that got away, they ended up having smacks with the women that was over there who was Asians coming through Alaska. Okay? Do you understand what's coming out? Do you understand the words that's coming out of my mouth? Do you know history? No, you don't know history because they never told y'all the truth. So of course they walked that way to the west, and over here towards the colonies and the slave states, it was the women that they had breeding with the buck that was still alive from the slave ship that made it. Okay, y'all gotta start understanding what's going on. Y'all not really not understanding. Y'all just really not understanding, bro. Y'all not understanding what's going on. So now y'all walking around like, man, is Trump going to deport us? And, well, to deport us, he'll have to tell us the truth. So to deport us and tell us where we actually from, he'll have to tell us the truth. They don't know. They don't. You are You are the most American American. You are as black FBA people. Y'all as American as it's gonna get. I don't know who told y'all, or they told you that in school. They told you a lie. Okay, they told you a lie. What you thought they have? Periodically had boats just keep on coming over here from, they went over there and captive and sold slaves and all. Bro, that wasn't a everyday thing. That wasn't a regular thing. That wasn't regular. Once they had brung them people over here, that's why they was so prevalent to sell slaves and to find a strong buck who could have and produce and bang women. Are y'all dumb or are y'all stupid? That's why that was so prevalent, buying of slaves, buying of people. We didn't need 100,000 slaves from Africa. No, I just need 1,000 slaves from Africa. Then I could get me, oh, they got 2,000 women over here. You know what I'm saying? We just captured 200 women. Now we got 50 of them making a baby. Do the math. Then we gonna capture another 50 today, and we got them making a baby. Like you have to do the math, bro. What made you honestly? And then just ask if you're lucky enough to ask your great grands. I was lucky enough to be able to see pictures of my great grandmother with her Cherokee clothes on and stuff like that. I was lucky enough to be able to see that. So I was able to, if you aren't able to see stuff like that, if you were never able to see that, the only recollection of your people that you have is um gangs, is the Black Panther, is the 60s. It stops at 60s, and then after that, you really don't know. then that's all you know. And then in school you learn to lie. So then I told y'all just about 2 years ago this has become popular. The real indigenous history of Black Americans. Nobody wants to talk about that, bro. That's a no-no. But you don't understand. But it's black people out here that don't understand how stupid they sound talking about some. Are we about to get deported too? Hmm? Do you think it's a coincidence you have no history of immigrant in your family? It's Caucasian people out here that have more history of immigrants in their family than you. You have none. You're a foundational Black American. What don't you understand? Why are you walking around happy about a day? Your people worked for 300 years and never got paid. Why are you happy about a day? So, oh man, this is your day. It's kind of Ed, bro. It's kind of stupid, bro. Like, it don't make sense. Like, that's kind of Ed. If you catch my drift. Don't y'all think that's kind of especially Ed? You cannot tell me nothing about, oh, America, this and that and that. Bro, my people been here since 1776. There is no other recollection of being from here and being from there. No, this is what it is. We've been here since the beginning of the country.